Going to the gynecology department in the hospital in 2016. The first time was on the 9th of February. Mum went in March of 2016 as well. September 16, March 17, September 17, October 17, and February 18. Remembering that Mum was diagnosed with dementia on the 21st of June 2016. So this was in her hospital records, from 2018. But it's got on here, gynecology history, none. That's weird. It's got other bits and pieces about her in here as well. And it just says memory loss, past medical history not known, regular medication none, not known. Anyway, it doesn't say. It says that her gynecology history is not known, which is weird because she went from 2016 to 2018. This was also in the hospital records, and it says pages must be completed as soon as possible within the first 24 hours. So this was the bit of paper that apparently went in with my mum. She lives in a house, yeah. She care for, it's got a carer son, but her husband was a full-time carer. It said in the other piece of paper where it says husband is the full-time carer, has been for 5 years, but in that piece of paper it said that Mum had dementia for 12 years when she only got diagnosed in 2016. In this one it says that the son was the full-time carer, but clearly in the other bit it says that the husband's a full-time carer. It just doesn't make sense. This is on older paper, but it says that the son is the full-time carer when everything else says the husband. Maybe it's the other son, but I'm pretty sure it's not because he does a different thing. And this is even more weird. This is a hospital document that was put in, and it says 8th of the 2nd 2016, 82. This was when my mum was 82 because it was early enough in that year that she was 82. The decline in this thing, it doesn't half look like it's written by someone. Anyway, it's got here that her husband reports that my mum had a 35-year history of this thing, but she didn't. She only had it since 2016. So why does it say that she's had it for 35 years? It's kind of weird because in another document it says that my mum's had dementia for 12 years, but it's got worse in the last 5 years. But my mum got diagnosed with dementia in 2016, and there's a doctor's letter that said they didn't have any concern about her memory loss until 2016. So why does it say that she had dementia for 12 years? And in exactly the same way, why does it say she had dementia for 12 years? Why does it say that she had this problem? Husband reports 35 years history of this problem. But in no other documents, there's nothing in my mum's medical records at all, and there's nothing in her documents that say that she had this in her history for 35 years. It didn't start until February 2016. And it's not the same date that's on the hospital records either, which is really, really weird. It says February the 8th, 2016, but there's all the hospital records that I've got, the gynecology records I've got. It's got the 9th and it's got the 12th of February, but it hasn't got the 8th of February, which is in the hospital record. Very strange, I think, but there we go. I'm just saying. There's two records, one that says that my mum had a certain condition for 35 years when she only had it since 2016, and the other one where they say that she had dementia for 12 years, and again, she'd only had it since diagnosed in 2016. It's really quite bizarre, I find. I do think that the hospital records are very misleading, that they say in some of them that they'd say that my mum didn't have a gynecology history, She never had certain things done, and then other ones it says that she had a thing for 35 years. I think it's just absolute nonsense. The hospital paper was written by 3 people. That's why I put 3 lots of handwriting samples in to go with the 3 people quite clearly. So I think people should have a look at this, and people in authority should be looking at this, not someone in authority should be looking at this, because people shouldn't get away with stuff like forging hospital documents, because that's what it is. It's fraud, isn't it? It's fraudulent.